Hello Year 6 and welcome to our arithmetic lesson for today. So we are going to be looking at missing numbers, and I know this is something that we've done lots of work on, so I know you're going to be nice and confident with these. But if you're not, please watch through this video and we'll go through some examples together, and then you can always send me an email and we can go through the work if you're finding it tricky. So I've got 7,648 add something equals 14,123. Now, in an addition calculation, the largest number always goes at the end of the equation. So I know that if I added these two numbers together, my missing number would be a larger number than my answer. And we know that that wouldn't make sense in our equation. So this means that I need to use the inverse. And the inverse of addition is subtraction. Remember, when we're subtracting, we always subtract from the largest number, which in this case is 14,123. So I need to do 14,123 subtract 7,648. Remember to look at your place value to make sure that your digits are lined up correctly. Okay, so I can't do 3 subtract 8 without going into negative numbers, so I need to exchange. So I'm going to go to the tens column, take 1 from there and give it to the ones column. Now 13 subtract 8 is 5. Again, I can't do 1 subtract 4, so I'm going to the hundreds column. 11 subtract 4 is 7. I can't do 0 subtract 6, so I'm going to the thousands column. 10 subtract 6 is 4. Can't do 3 subtract 7, so I'm going to the 10,000s. 13 subtract 7 is 6. So my missing number should be 6,475. Now, we are going to check that our answer is correct. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to complete the calculation as it's written. So we're now going to do 7,648 add 6,475 to check that it equals 14,123. So 7,648 and I'm adding 6,475. I would like you to pause the video now while you have a go at that calculation for me. So 8 add 5 is 13, carry the 1. 7 add 4 is 11, add one more would be 12, carry the 1. 6 add 4 is 10, add 1 is 11, carry the 1. 7 add 6 is 13, add 1 more, 14, carry the 1. So I've got 14,123. So we can see that my two answers match, which means that my missing number is correct. Okay, we're going to have a look at one with subtraction now. Now remember, in a subtraction calculation, the largest number goes at the beginning of your equation. So in this case, my largest number is 14,404. Now if we use the inverse here, which would be addition, and added those numbers together, I'd end up with an even greater number as my missing number. And we know that that wouldn't be right because the largest number goes at the beginning in a subtraction. So I know that I don't need to use the inverse to find this missing number. I need to stick with the original operation, which is subtraction. So I'm going to set out my subtraction. Remember, look at your place value, make sure you're lining up those digits correctly. Can you pause the video now while you complete this subtraction for me? Okay, so we should have had that 4 subtract 1 is 3. We can't do 0 subtract 9 without going into our negative numbers, so we need to exchange from the hundreds column. 10 subtract 9 is 1. Can't do 3 subtract 7, so we go to the thousands. 13 subtract 7 is 6. Can't do 3 subtract 5, so we go to the 10,000s. 13 subtract 5 is 8. So at the moment, we think that our missing number is 8,613. But before we definitely agree that that's our missing number, we're going to check by completing the original calculation. So we're now going to do 14,404 subtract 8,613, and that should equal 5,791. So can you pause the video now while you complete this subtraction calculation for me? So we should have got that 4 subtract 3 is 1. Can't do 0 subtract 1, so we need to exchange from the hundreds. So this would be 10 subtract 1, which would be 9. Can't do 3 take away 6. 13 take away 6 is not 6, it's 7. Okay, can't do 3 take away 8. 13 take away 8 is 5. So 5,791. So we can see that our two answers match, which means that our missing number is correct. Okay, the final one that we're going to have a look at together is where the missing number is at the beginning of a subtraction equation. Now remember, for the last example, we talked about the fact that the largest number goes at the beginning of a subtraction. So I know that if I subtracted these two numbers, I'd have a smaller number at the beginning, which wouldn't be correct, which means I need to use the inverse. Remember, the inverse of subtraction is addition. So we need to add 8,946 and 6,789, sorry. Can you pause the video now while you add together those two numbers for me? So we should have got that 6 add 9 is 15, carry the 1. 8 add 4 is 12, add 1 more is 13. 9 add 7 is 16, add 1 more, 17. 8 add 6 is 14, add 1 more is 15. So I think that our missing number is 15,735. So remember, we need to check. So we're going to complete the original calculation. So we're now going to do 15,735 subtract 8,946. Can you pause the video now while you complete that calculation for me? So I can't do 5 subtract 6, so I need to exchange from the tens. 15 subtract 6 is 9. I can't do 2 take away 4, so we take 1 from the hundreds. 12 subtract 4 is 8. Can't do 6 subtract 9, take 1 from the thousands. 16 take away 9 would be 7. And then we can't do 4 take away 8, so take from the 10,000s, and 14 take away 8 would be 6. So we can see that our two answers match, which means that I've got the correct missing number. You'll find your activity on the blog, and you are going to be looking at completing some of your own missing number problems. If you have any questions, my email address can be found on the Year 6 class page, and I'd love to see some photos of your work once you've completed it.